Welcome to the second episode of It's All Love, man. We got a nice big show for y'all tonight, man. We got two special guests. But first, let me introduce, man, Mr. Noble Noah.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Noble Noah. Follow me on IG at Noble_Noah. We got a lit Saturday show for y'all. Yeah, and go ahead and introduce my man to my right, brother.
Y'all know, man, y'all know legend is the man, the myth, Mr. TKO, Mr. Off the Top of Time.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Man, Timo, from Off the Top Media. Y'all can follow me at Off the Top _ media. I'm gonna keep giving y'all controversial topics to talk about, things to look at, and giving y'all updates on the show. And you already know, man, we're gonna keep this shit going. What's up with y'all, man?
And we have some special guests in the building on the podcast tonight. We have a second timer that is joining us for our second season. We have Pretty Crazy from the Pretty Crazy podcast.
What's up, everyone? It's MzPretti from the Pretty Crazy podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at Pretty Crazy 2020. I'm on all streaming platforms with the podcast. It's the Pretty Crazy podcast. Thank y'all for inviting me tonight. I am excited.
That's good. That's good. And we also have our queen, Q, from the Pillow Talk with T podcast.
Yes. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Crimea. For those who do not know how to pronounce my name, you can call me the Q, Qua, or either Queen from Pillow Talk with the T podcast. I'm so excited that I'm here with my kings. And listen, we're about to talk this talk. And listen, Pillow Talk with the T is about that uncomfortable conversation. So let's get lit with this convo.
Yes. So, like I said, we've assembled these ladies together because we felt like you two ladies would be good for the topics at hand tonight, and you can really give us an in-depth uh, insight on what you feel about these topics. So the first topic we have, and this topic, like I said, when I go through the week and I try to find hot stuff that we can talk about on the podcast, I always go through everything through my timeline and through me watching, the guests that's coming on the show. And so while I was going through our guest Q's podcast, I seen that she had did a topic that was very interesting. And the topic that she did on her show, and like I said, I advise everybody to go back and watch that on her podcast, where she broke it down in depth. But the topic that she had on the show was your mindset going when you're single, from when you're in a relationship to after the relationship. And for that topic there, I felt like that hasn't really been discussed on a forum of people really breaking down from being single to getting into a relationship to now after the relationship is over, where is your mindset at? And so the topic of discussion that I want to start off with is from when you're single, looking at wanting to be in a relationship. Where did when you were single, did you view the relationship differently than when you actually got in it? And then after you got in that relationship and it was over, how did you look at the totality of being in a relationship and being in love? So Q, since this was your topic from your show, I'll let you start off with what you feel about your mindset going into a relationship. While you was in the relationship, did your mindset change or what a relationship should be? And then after that relationship was over, did your mindset change about being in a relationship altogether? And did your mindset change about love altogether?
So basically what I say, and prior to getting into a relationship, I feel like my mindset was definitely different because I wasn't thinking about the emotional intelligence of me caring about someone's emotions, me being sitting there had to be emotional responsible for someone else. So of course my mindset was just focusing on either my goals, my career, my entrepreneurship, me as a single mom, and just just hitting the pavement as what it is. And not only that, but just not focusing on no one else, you know what I'm saying, but still have love for those, but just not focusing on outside of others or either a significant other, a spouse or partner. In the relationship, absolutely, my mindset definitely did change because now I have to be responsible emotionally for someone's feelings, how they feel, how I'm gonna speak to them, how I'm going to interact with them. Me respecting, me coming, respecting each other's time and me coming in at a certain respectful time that I'm not disrespecting my partner. So in regards to that, absolutely. So, and then not only that, but just in there making sure that we have that firm, grounded partnership in the relationship when we was together. Even when I was married, I had that same technique of respecting my husband, respecting him to the factors that how I wanted to be treated is the same way I was making sure I give to him or put out in the universe. But also then, as well as me getting out of relationship, I took that time to heal. I took that time in regards, I understand majority of some women, and I feel like it's maturity level and doesn't got nothing to do with age. Depends on the maturity level in regards to some women will sit there and say, he did this, he did that, blah, 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 the blame game. But however, I also feel like, what I'm saying, we have to focus on do self-evaluation on ourselves in regards of what we may have not contributed, what we missed out on, what we did maybe incorrect or wrong, and what we could actually do better. And and I feel like that's the healing process to also not to jump into another situation by just establishing yourself and working on yourself. Sorry, you guys. And when you work on yourself, you work on a better place where you know that what you definitely going to go into the next time you choose to open your heart, your mind, and your spirit into a relationship.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I said, so at the end of your relationship or the marriage that you was in, did you feel like your relationship looking like, did you feel like love was different? Did you feel like, okay, me going in, I thought love was like this, but after this situation is over, now I feel like love may be a lot of different things?
No, I didn't look at it that way. I think about who I was in the marriage with. Because you got to realize that even though you in a marriage and it takes two people to be in a marriage, you have to realize that your love pattern and your love language and your love of how you grew up may be different from that person. So you have to realize that, okay, maybe he don't like, maybe he haven't experienced love. And that was the challenge. And one of the challenges at the beginning of my marriage, before we even got into marriage, was the fact that him and his family never really me and the background I came from. So I had to put that in perspective to realize that we had two different blueprints and that it basically was completely separate. So it was basically separate up to the point where it's like you had to be able to, it's like a compromise. Okay, he loved this way, he may not love the same way that I love. You have to realize you got two people playing two different pieces, but you bringing them together, right? So you have to think about that. And see, so you have to also ask yourself, is this something you could be able to revolve around? And can you be, and are you willing to teach him a new way? Because remember, when you're in a marriage and a relationship, you teaching each other things. Hopefully you're teaching each other things.
And so I want to also next ask that same question to Pretty Crazy. What was your mindset, like I said, being single to your last relationship that you were in, and then when that ended? When you were single, did you feel like being in a relationship and being in love was one way, then we got a relationship and it ended? Do you feel like that changed, or do you feel like you just took that as a learning process?
My last relationship, I took it as a learning process because when we first got together, I just went with the flow. Like, he was the type, when I met him, he was very respectable. I was very nonchalant, we were different people. And I got into the relationship with him and he told me that it's some things that I need to work on. As far as, you know, being late, acting ladylike, doing this, doing that, being submissive. 3 years ago, I didn't know what submissive was. I wasn't doing it. I can take accountability and say I was selfish. It's all the way. It was all about me. I didn't care what he think, what nobody think who I was dating. I didn't give a damn. So when I realized that in order for us to, be happy or make him happy, I had to compromise. So I took his advice and I did what, he asked me to do. I became a young lady. I was submissive. I was respectful. I walked in the room. I speak to everybody, When it ended, and this is kind of like a pattern with all my relationships, I seem like I get to this point where I do what I'm supposed to do. I make men feel the way they need to feel. I pick them up when they're down. And it seemed like after that, they just disappear. They, walk away. And not giving myself time to heal, I jumped into another situation. Mm-hmm. So now I'm this person. Now I'm submissive. I'm emotional. I'm passionate. I get with someone who's not like that, who's very emotionally unavailable. So I'm the type of woman, when I see someone, I know when someone's damaged. I know when a man is hurting. I know when something's wrong. And I'm also the type of woman, I do so much at one time. I put a lot on my plate and do everything I try to do at one time. And it drained me in my last relationship because I wasn't getting the same thing I was pouring out. And at the middle of it, he was basically like, this is not how I do things. I move accordingly. My feelings are my feelings. I'm this and I'm that. So I tried to compromise with him and, try to do his love language, do the things that he do that he's used to. And sometimes this is just not enough. And sometimes you can just be doing it with the wrong person. I'm the type of person when I'm dating someone, if it's broke, I will try to fix it. I will try to push something so it can get together, but you can't do it by yourself. So now that I'm single, I look at shit now like I'm very traumatized. I'm very scared. I'm very hurt because I put my energy in so much and not getting nothing back. I just don't want to put myself in that situation again. So I look at love, I look at relationships now as we got to be on the same page. We have to be on the same book. You got to know what I want. I got to know what you want. And we're going to have to do this thing together. If not, go on about your business. I'm not wasting no more time now. If we can't do it as a team, we can't do it at all. So I learned now, if you can't fight by yourself. You have to do it as two people. And I was doing it in my last relationship. I was the only one fighting.
And there was one question for you, Pretty Crazy. For more management, was he older? If so, how much older?
The guy that I was in a relationship about teaching him how to be submissive, he was 38, 39. And my situationship was he was 31. Mm-hmm. So, and he was Nigerian. So that's a different that's another difference. So
girl, bye. I know about those, honey.
He was trying to train me to be somebody.
That's who I was to one of those, honey.
Yeah, that definitely explains a lot. That definitely explains a lot when you said a Nigerian. But I'm gonna bounce this same question to Timor to get a man's perspective of from being single to get into a relationship to after your relationship is over. Did the expectation when you were single of being in a relationship, did it change while you were in the relationship to when the relationship ended? Did you go back and view love and relationship differently after you went through that process?
Yeah, I mean, my last relationship, we got together when we was young. So I mean, when I first got with her, I probably was like 18, 18 for real, So that's basically was really like, like my first love, the first real relationship that I really took serious for real. So we was together about like 5 years, about 5 years. We split up when I was like 23, about to be 24. So basically at before then, I didn't really, think too much about relationships. I didn't really understand what it was. I was just out here, just out here. But then, being with her, I of course thought that that would be something that lasted forever. But shit happens. So I mean, after that, I mean, I just really took the time to really just, find myself for real. See who I am. Just really just, take time to really just be single for real. So as far as like that, do I look at different relationships differently? I mean, yeah, because I mean at that time it was like when I first got with her, it was just y'all like carefree. It wasn't really too much serious thinking for her at the beginning because I was only like 18. So then once shit started getting real for real, and then we actually you actually getting older, shit getting more responsibilities, probably having kids and all the other shit that comes into play. Then is a whole different dynamic there. So now, y'all like, so yeah, I mean, do I now? I mean, I just feel like that at this point, just when people just find somebody that just really matches me, I ain't gonna, you know, get with somebody that does something that I don't like and just complain about it. I'm just gonna get somebody for real that just matches my energy. People talking about they complain about gold diggers, but they fuck with gold diggers. And you know what I'm saying? If you instead of complaining about how these chicks is gold diggers, stop fucking with gold diggers. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. So I mean, just find somebody that just like she said, that we on the same page.
Okay, but I'm gonna ask you the same question from you being single to you getting into a relationship to if while you're still in a relationship or your previous relationship had ended. What did you feel like after your previous relationship ended? Did you feel like your view on relationship and love changed, or you just looked at it as a learning process?
Yeah, I basically look at it as a learning process. I still look at it, basically the same.
So for you, well, did you when you say it was a learning process, but what did you feel like you took away from that situation that you can put in your?
Oh nah, I just know trying to put two people together to make a match harder than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easier said than done, but like we be so much of mismatches that we shouldn't even be trying to match with some of the people we match with because it's so uncompatible. You know what I'm saying? So I learned like if the compatibility ain't close enough for me to be able to make it work, I ain't even gonna try.
That's a good assessment. That's definitely a good assessment.
Hey, I want to get. Let me read some of these questions before they get too far gone.
Go ahead.
Okay. Q. Well, all our main questions. Q Spot say I definitely learned a lot from my last relationship. I recognize what I did wrong, so I can adjust and adapt to the next time around. And then Q Spot say yes. You can do. He write things for the wrong person that drains your spirit. Red Lipstick Vibe podcast say evaluation of self and counseling before going into another relationship. If not, you will repeat the same thing. Hey, that's a good one right there.
That's right. Right out to my therapist, honey.
Yeah, hey, that was good right there. Hey, the Q Spot podcast say, "Oh snap, foreign men operate by a whole different set of rules."
Mm-hmm.
We didn't.
And that's
And I think this was for you, pretty crazy. What made you rush? What made you rush in a relationship?
Okay. What made me rush into a relationship? I got lonely. And I missed the consistency. And I wanted to try again. I felt like I learned something from, the Nigerian, and then, that didn't work, and I went on to
the consistent what?
What you say, T?
No, you said the consistency. The consistent what?
Hey, hold on. Before you answer that, we're gonna touch on that a little bit later. So we'll come back to that.
So don't answer that.
Don't answer that.
All right, I'm gonna go into the rest of these questions real quick. Okay, somebody, who is Daybreak 76? C. Maria Walker say, yes, both should pour into each other. Can't drain yourself. We the God says, did you love her, Tyler?
I just said that was my first love.
Oh, it said Tyler sounds sad. Men act like they want a good woman, but want a hope. True or false?
Y'all want to answer that, man?
No, man. The only thing I can say to that is every man wants a lady in the street in a freaking.
Yeah, no. I was about to say I want both. I want good and bad. I want you to be bad when you hit them shit.
So can't your woman be a hoe for you? Is anything wrong with that?
No, yes, it's nothing. Yes, no, it's nothing wrong with that. No, I agree.
I don't really think it's nothing.
Right.
Hey, church, preach. Tell them.
Right.
Playing, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
listen,
but that's the way. But the point is, she should only be a freak for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
No, vice versa, ladies. I don't want to think we leave me out. Your man should only be a freak for you. It should be for the community. See, everybody got community.
Right.
It's community walk going around the community dick. It's an every community. You know what I'm saying? For everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sickening because the DMs that I get, it's like it ain't even about put your dick in nothing. Men is willing to just say, let me eat your pussy. Don't know me from a campaign.
Yeah, that should be wild.
Where I been. You look like you taste good. What?
Yep. And they don't know what it. I could have had all types of fucking diseases.
I couldn't even wash my ass. You know
exactly.
Right?
And they sent dick pics, dick videos, everything.
Time out, y'all. We knew about the DPs, but we didn't know they would shoot whole DVs. They should send a video.
Oh, they send the videos absolutely, and they calling you live on DM or either the Facebook Messenger or either the Instagram, so you can watch them jerking they shit.
Yeah, that's sick.
Wow.
Right.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah, that's sick right
Hold
there.
on. So you saying you saying that you answered the joke and they just
No. Let me tell you something. The reason why I know is because one, some of them they text me like, oh yeah, I just want you to watch me jerk it, and then one time I accidentally answered trying to ignore the shit. I hit the fucking blue button instead of the red button. This nigga just sitting there giving himself a whole life lesson.
I testing. I ain't never heard it.
Yeah, right.
I like looking at it.
Yeah. You said what happened?
I like looking at it. I like seeing men play with themselves.
So you would have watched. So you saying you would have watched if you answered that joke?
Are you walking?
Huh?
What you talking?
Nah, T-Mo was saying you like those videos.
I said you would have watched if you would have accidentally answered the don't like you did.
Yeah, I would have watched it.
But the thing is, a lot of them that come up there, they got little ass dick, so you wouldn't even want that shit. Like,
I would hope nobody with no little dick would send me a video.
Oh, they do.
I do got one person that sent me videos on the regular. He's uncircumcised, but he a good dude. So I mean, I watch.
So even though you might not be interested, you still get a video a chance.
I mean, listen, I'm single. I'm not fucking. So it's I enjoy it. I mean, it's a little like porn. You know, it is what it is. You would never fuck me. but I'll watch.
I got one
And
more.
use it.
I got one more question, directed for you, Pretty Crazy. Before I continue on with the segment though. So when you said he's a good dude, so if a guy's a good guy, he can get away with certain things.
No. I know him personally.
Mm.
So that's all. He's a good guy. He take care of his kids. You know, he work. I don't see nothing.
Okay.
Or
you just think morally he's okay. I get what you're saying.
But you making them think that he has a chance.
He know he doesn't have a chance. He just knows that that's something that he likes to do on the regular. He likes to jack his dick, and he likes me to watch.
Mm.
And most men actually, come on, let's be honest. Most men love to end up having self-pleasure themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I mean,
and even too.
Yeah, but I don't know about keep sending videos to somebody that I know I'm not gonna fuck.
Man,
I mean,
Well,
you're pleasuring yourself, so
yeah.
It's different level. I feel like in that scenario, it's different level. I think that it is some men that do that with the woman that they're trying to attract, and then there's some men just feel like they can't attract nothing, so they send it everywhere. They send it whoever gonna look at it and respond back to it. So,
well, let me ask y'all this, y'all, vice versa. You know, if a woman send you a video her playing with her pussy, you know, you gonna give her a shot, you gonna watch, or you gonna be like, nah, you for the streets.
Hey, Timo, go ahead and say that thing. Go ahead. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
I'm probably look. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah.
Okay.
Nah. Hey, you know, I mean, of course, you know, we ain't gonna complain for the most part. I mean, I don't know, but you know, we look. We definitely will look, right?
But would you give it a try? Would you say pull up? Because a lot of y'all,
I mean,
y'all don't care. Men don't care what they fuck.
Why?
nah, I mean, no. That I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot. You got some men out here that will just fuck anything, but nah, everybody ain't just fucking anything.
That's true. I feel like the pull-up thing is the whole dated in 2021, 2022, which I just don't understand. I'm like, nigga, you ain't fucked up at my house.
So why? Hey, so what? Have y'all sent dudes like nudes knowing that y'all wasn't gonna fuck them?
I'm gonna be honest. I got some news in my phone, but they just backed up for somebody who I know worth sending to. Like when I get in a relationship, I'm sending him all these. I've been.
Hold on. So you saying those are news no one's seen? No. I was about to say yeah, because it's just old news that you know what I'm saying.
No, I get bored and I be taking pictures of myself. So I'm like, you know, I manifest somebody gonna get these pictures.
Hey,
I'm gonna get in that good relationship, that committed relationship, and I'm gonna get him all that. So they just stacking up.
Quantum kinetic. I mean, yeah,
the news they got.
Women want a man with a good future, and okay. Women want a man with a good future, and men want a woman with a good past. That was everybody. My bad, y'all. I had to read that. That was a hell of a comment.
That's the unrealistic part of men. Cause at this point, you got to realize that everybody at this point has a past.
Yes.
Man and woman, no matter whatever their past may consist of. I mean, that's why I always say the whole, we too old to be still asking, oh, what's your body count? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no point of action shit like that.
Yeah, cause I'm a lie.
Exactly. What? You gonna lie?
No, yeah. I won't even lie. First of all, I'm gonna tell you it's none of your motherfucking business.
That's the grown answer. Why?
I mean, that's true, but back then, I would lie. A motherfucker would say, "How many men you done been with?" And I'd be like, 5. You know what J. Cole said?
Yeah. That shit ain't. That nigga ain't gonna believe that shit.
I'm just being real. You'll never get the honest truth if you ask a woman how many niggas she done been with.
I don't even think that should be a question, y'all.
Right.
I remember seeing something on your page. It was something that says, when y'all gonna stop saying men don't count or something like that.
Oh yeah. What was it? It was what was that? Let me see. I can it was I think it was basically, ladies, how many guys that don't count do you have? Something like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna drink to that.
Oh yeah, ladies. Oh yeah, here we go. Ladies, how many he don't count you have?
None of your motherfucking business.
See that one?
Oh my God, I had a situation that I swear I could not listen. If I can't
tell me why he don't count.
If I can't feel it, if I cannot feel your dick, and
I
cannot feel your dick. I ain't even gonna say if I can't come, because I'm not gonna come anyway. But if I cannot feel your dick, you do not count. You was not in there. But I notice men be like, I still fuck.
But I will also put as, if not only if I don't feel your dick and your shit little as hell, but I'm also gonna say if I don't come, you don't count either, because you ain't get me off. Fuck that.
See, now y'all going too far.
No,
we're not going too far.
I disagree with that last one though.
No, because first of all, I know you don't understand. You don't agree with that because you're a man. You know what I'm saying? As long as you get your nut off, you good. See, the thing is, you not gonna come and you're not gonna be playing in my box.
So if I never come, I could be like, oh, she don't count.
Y'all niggas do
I was gonna say that too though, Timo. Hey, I definitely was about to say that.
It's Jones that I've hit and never came.
Y'all men know how to hold y'all nut. And then some of y'all like to jack y'all dick before y'all start getting the pussy.
Exactly.
That's that warm up.
And that's why
you already know me.
And that's
no, Timo coming in there full fledged.
I like to come in that junk fully loaded.
Hey, me, I put my gym clothes on. I go bounce down the court, do a couple of layups, shoot for the free throw line. You know
I'm trying to make sure that shit, right.
Timo, man, that first one, us as men know that first one is erratic and unpredictable.
That's why you have her get it away with the head first.
I personally feel from a man's point of view that a man already, when he comes into the situation, he already has his mindset of what type of sex is going to be going into the door. I don't think the female knows until the action has happened. But a lot of men come in just saying, I'm about to get mine and go from the gate in their mind. They're not looking to get the woman off. Or they already know that they're going to do what pleases them the most and just say, well, I got what I've gotten and roll out. So,
and those be the ones that you end up giving them they motherfucking clothes and you escort them right to the fucking door.
That's why I ask for dick pics now. I ask for dick pics.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
That don't mean shit. Pretty crazy.
I feel like, I ask for dick pics. Sometimes I ask for videos. I need to see what you're working with. If we on the same page, we about to fuck, or we just want to fuck each other.
But that just because that man is well endowed does not mean he's gonna come in with the intention of I'm gonna please you. That just mean that he's gonna come in and just think because he's well endowed, he's gonna just give you that. That's it.
Exactly. And that also don't mean that also don't mean that because he got a big dick that he know how to use that shit either.
But see, I know how to use it. That's the point. You got a big dick.
You gotta work.
What you gonna get on? What you gonna get on top?
I'm gonna get on top. I'm gonna throw it back. I'm gonna be the dominant one. I done had a few big dicks that didn't know how to fuck, but I use it in my advance, so I know how to fuck.
Okay.
That's why. Yeah, because I had posted a picture on my page. It was basically asking. I asked the women. I said, ladies, if y'all can only fuck in one sexual position the rest of your life, which one would it be? And most of them women responded and said riding. And I guess I'm like, only thing I could think of, like, only way to guarantee that most of them gonna come.
I'm gonna say this: if you have a little dick, you would have to hit me from the back. That's the only way I could feel it. Or I would have to put a pillow under my butt for your dick to hit a certain spot.
Yeah, but see, that doesn't. But at the same time, that doesn't work.
They got the tricks.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, people, hey, they already got a little bag. They put a pillow under your back, y'all. They put a pillow up. You know you ain't doing something. Yeah, I just heard it from Pretty Crazy.
But that doesn't work for all the big booty girls with the big booty and the thighs. Because let me tell you something. What you got to do, you got a little dick. You can't go behind me. Because that means that you got to lift, separate, and you got to listen.
Ooh!
You got to lift, separate, and you got to get in there. And listen, and sometimes that little dick don't reach in those spots. Because I got a lot of duck back here. And I think y'all seen that by them full body pictures.
Yes, girl, you thick.
So,
I mean, and the thing that we also that too is that a lot of women are saying that a lot of them are not getting off with penetration alone, and I feel like it has to be stated that even if a man is giving you whatever dick he is giving you, whatever size it is, that also has to be things added to that as well. Like a lot of women saying, you just giving me dick and just hitting me, that ain't enough. You need to add some more to it. So,
hey, we y'all say what need to be done. She teacher, y'all grab a pen and pencil, laughing like shit. My bad, no. I had to read that one. That was a good one. That was a good one though.
No, I was just about to say Pretty Crazy, looking like she's saying that's all she needs.
Yeah, she sounds like a school teacher. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think I like head, don't get me wrong, but it's not a necessity. Like, I'd rather have penetration. I like penetration. So that is enough for me. Once you, like, the head is the warm up. Once you warm that motherfucker up,
yes,
you need to go in.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. I feel like that's my appetizer, but I need my entree, the penetration, definitely, because by then even though I'm already wet, I'm gonna be even super wet and moist. So then we're about to sit there and take this bitch on a home run.
Woo.
But so what is the thoughts on the foreplay? So basically, what you're saying, like I said, a lot of women are complaining about men not having no foreplay. They just coming in here, whipping out, and just doing that.
Sometimes everything not called for foreplay. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're in a relationship, and sometimes you could just listen. My grandmother always told me, for your man, you better be his hoe, his slut, and everything else between. Because sometimes you ain't gotta always make love. Sometimes you just want to have sex, or you just want to fuck. So every time everything doesn't end the call for foreplay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if the attraction and I'm big on people having high attraction for each other. I feel like if the attraction is already high, that person, like, y'all both gonna want it anyway. So by the time y'all get to that point, it's already, the motion is already started. So
yeah, it's about the connection. Like me, like I told y'all before, I can't have casual sex because my feelings will get involved. So when I'm dealing with someone, the connection is already there. Like Q said, you don't always have to make love. If you got that connection, that chemistry, my pussy gonna be wet regardless. So
exactly, and I pick for her because I'm listen. I have had casual sex, but at the same time, it's not saying that you can't have casual sex and I have that type of vibration and energy and that connection with somebody that you may not know. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we don't always know everybody. You may see a woman or a man across the room, and you may feel some electrics, and like, what the fuck's going on? You know what I'm saying? So yes, and I'm gonna be blunt and I'm gonna be honest. Y'all know how Pillow Talk with the T gets down. I had one night before, and it happened. And listen, and it was wet, and it was good. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, as now, of course, I want that connection. I want that vibration. I want that energy. I want all that.
I can't do it. The first time I had I had met a guy off a dating app, and he was with the shits. And I'm such a hopeless romantic. Like, I didn't know him at all. And I had lingerie on, I had music playing, I had candles, and the sex was good, but it was like, okay, we done set an agreement at first, like this is all we doing. Now I done caught feelings. So this is why I don't have casual sex.
Yeah, because I said, because if you come and tell me at the beginning that all we doing is, having sex, that's all. I'm just gonna keep it as we ain't gonna be nothing more than that.
I'm gonna say I love you.
But see, that's the thing. When okay, that's the thing right there, and I agree with Timo in regards of that, because when you know that you have to set the stage right from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So you know if it's gonna be sex, let it be what it be. You know what I'm saying? And again, I understand women like Pretty Crazy, they can't be able to separate the two, and I respect y'all 100%. But that's why there's a rare few of women like myself that can be able to separate the two and let it be what it is. That's why I've been in my situationship as long as I have.
That's the next topic. That's the next topic I want to get in, because the next thing I want to go, since we started off with the being single to being relationship after relationship. So after your relationship is over, it's a gray area. It's a gray period to where you have not found that next person that you want to be with, and that's where a lot of situationships happen. That's when you get involved with a lot of different people and you experience a lot of different things. So the question I want to put on the table is the situations that you get in with other people, are those what we call placeholders until I find this person that I want to be with? Are those people are those the type of people that you feel are bringing something to your life, or they're taking away, or they taking something away from you until you find that person that you want to be with? Are they adding something, or are they taking away something? All these different situations that you may get into before finding your next partner. Go ahead.
Me? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Pretty.
My last relationship, I'm gonna be honest, like I wasn't really feeling him like that until I had sex with him. And he brought benefits to my life, and he also took a lot from me. And when I say he took a lot from me, he took my energy. Because at the beginning, before I had sex with this man, it was, he was one of those high value men. He had his own business, he had money, whatever I needed, I asked, he gave it to me, whatever. And even after sex, it was still the same thing. But motherfuckers would drain. So when you have situationships, you got to be careful who you have sex with, because that you take on their energy and they take on yours. And the type of person I am, when I have sex, I put a lot of energy in it. I'm connected. Okay, after this, we done did all this. We done had conversations. We done had sex now. What's up? What are we? What are we doing? And he was just the type, like, we going with the flow. And why I have learned with dating men, when they say go with the flow, he's basically saying, I'm weighing out my options as well. You know what I'm saying? Me, on the other end, the type of person I am, I put all my eggs in one basket. And I have learned not to do that. So when I say, it took a lot from me. He took a lot of energy from me, and it was a lot. So I don't go in a situation now. I don't have sex when I'm dating. I'm dating multiple people now, but I'm not, intimate with nobody, because I know how I am. I have a big heart. I'm passionate about what I do. And when you come into this, you lick it, I lick it, it's mine. Everybody don't think like that.
It has been women like that, because it seems like it is some women, because you can keep your same, you can not switch up. You can keep your same routine. You could probably not, you know what I'm saying? You probably wasn't texting or calling her that much before y'all had sex. And then y'all had sex, and then you doing that same shit, not really texting or calling her. And then she like, man, what the fuck is up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, what do you mean what's up? I'm still doing the same shit I was doing before.
That's exactly what happened. I'm even gonna lie. My last situation, he told me up front, I will give him this. I'm a very busy person. I I don't like to talk on the phone like that. I like to be by myself. And like I said, with my first interview, when my first conversation with Kevin Samuels, I was that type. I was trying to change him. I was trying to change the situation. And I learned you can't do that.
I mean, I have a question I wanna add to that as well. How are y'all picking y'all situationships? Are y'all picking it like something that you can see yourself with from the beginning, or are you going strictly off of attraction? Like, how are you picking the people that you end up in a situationship with?
I'm looking at them like I could see myself being with them forever, because not just because we done had sex, it's because he has shown me that he's a provider. We have stuff in common. We have met each other parents, we have met each other kids. You know, that's a serious step. So if we're doing all this,
So with this last guy, you said before y'all had sex, you wasn't really into him like that.
I wasn't really into him.
So what made you have sex?
What made me have sex? He did something for my mother. Okay, and we had a few drinks that night, and he couldn't drive home. That's, niggas are lying, be like, I can't drive home. Can I spend the night? Okay, cool. And he was like, can I sleep on the couch? I got kids, so I have to be cautious. My kid's not finna wake up in the morning and see some big black man on the couch. So you're gonna have to come in my bedroom. And he wasn't pressed. He didn't touch me. But you have to realize, at that point, I didn't have any dick for like 7 months. So I got this big black man in my bedroom that I kind of sort of like. I'm a little intoxicated, whatever. And the next thing I know, he picked me up and set me on it, and that was it.
What's your take on that? More like, how would you go in your single life?
I can't really hear you.
Can you repeat that? You going in and out, Noah?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me? Okay. Yeah, no, I was just asking T more like what's his thoughts on that? Like in his single life, how would you go about finding a situationship, or what will attract you to be with in a situationship with somebody? You look at that as a step to a relationship, or that just somebody that you feel like just pass the time with?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if it's a situationship for real, for the most part, if we always talking about is, that's all we doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna, because I most likely I already exited, us going further out my mind for the most part. So I mean, like, yeah, I mean, no,
So is
that's all it.
Based on sex with you, Timo?
Ain't that's what a situationship is for real?
I don't think situationship is based on sex. I think that me personally, my definition of a situationship is dating where we're trying to see where it go. As far as friends with benefits, we're just fucking. A situationship is kind of like semi-relationship to me.
I think to me, friends with benefits and the situationship is similar. I feel like the situationship.
I don't know why you
What? Oh, it's echoing.
It's echoing.
Hold on.
Where Q go?
I don't know.
It's still echoing. Yeah. Hold on.
Go ahead.
No, I was just. Oh yeah, no. I haven't like that.
All right, go ahead. Just go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like the friends with benefits in the situation. Feel like it's the same thing. I feel like still putting it in both situations. Like, I think if you just have a sex, I think that just happens. I don't really think there's nothing.
Well, you have to look. Well, my situation, we were talking like 4 months before we actually started having sex. So it was marinating a little bit before.
You said what sex?
I said before we got into the situationship, it was about 3 or 4 months before I decided I wanted to have sex with him.
Oh, I mean, so what's your thoughts on it, Butter? Do you feel like a situationship, is that just something that is time or to pass the time, or that a situationship is just something to put yourself in position to get in a relationship with that person later on?
I mean, in my opinion, I thought what T-Mo thought. I thought a situationship was just sex.
And that's what
that's what I'm glad
Q in the comments said.
I actually learned stuff on the show, and the Q Spot podcast said situationship is just a sex thing to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always thought it was, though, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. So maybe
that's what I'm saying. Like, you talking about situationship. Like, why are we calling it that?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't.
Because a relationship means that we go together. You know what I'm saying? That means we building, we working on something. But a situationship just means,
it's just a little situation I'm in.
I don't think
you know what I'm saying?
Little situation I gotta take care of. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I just feel like it falls under a lot of categories because, like what T-Moore said, in his mind, all about sex. Then, but Pretty Crazy, she's like, it's other things that may come into that situation. I believe a situationship could be whatever y'all create together. It can turn into.
But it sounds nice. You can have all them motherfucking them talks at the beginning. Oh, this is what it's gonna be, and it don't be that way. That's why when she just said we can't. Oh, they made the agreement that okay, it was just gonna be a sex thing, and then once they had sex, it was different. You know, so.
This is about the little one night stand I had. The last situationship I had, we had some shit going on. We was meeting parents. And that's what I'm saying. So regardless of all that, even if you make a lot of times, a lot of women don't really know how to separate small acts. You know, small acts. I mean, for real.
Look at her face.
I'm serious though. Like, I mean, the small acts. You know what I'm saying? That probably shows that even though y'all said that y'all just fucking, he's doing these little things right there. So it gives you the little inkling, oh, he cares about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, damn, he cares about how my day was. Damn, he brought me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? He did this, he did that. You know what I'm saying? But and then you know what I'm saying? So then it gets you thinking about, you know, what more could be the whole time.
I learned from that situation. Just because a man, you know, pay your rent and do this and bring you something to eat, pay this and do that, don't mean nothing. Just mean he got it. He got it like that. Don't know everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? If he paying your rent, he got some change.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because ain't he had to.
Yeah, don't doubt his pockets. Come on, what you talking about? He got some money.
Yeah, and the thing about that situation was, and like I said, I think our last episode we did for your last season, I said that, you know, it's a trend with women, you know, go get the man with the bag, make sure you got some money, make sure you got this. I have been in situations, relationships where they had that, they was stable, but it's not enough. If that emotions, that heart to heart, that the mental is not there, mutual, is not enough. I can do it on my own. I might not do it as fast as he could, but I'm gonna get it done. But at the end of the day, a man with money don't mean nothing. It just means he got it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that statement. I feel like going after, like, you always, when it comes to seeing if somebody really care about you got to see what they're sacrificing for. And if a man has a lot of money and he just spending the money, and he ain't really, it's not really hurting him, then how do you know this man really cares about you? How do you know that he is willing to sacrifice something for you when all he's doing is doing what's come natural to him that he can do? So
right.
If a man has a lot of money and he spend a lot of stuff on it, and he ain't really hurting about it, then he ain't really giving up nothing for you. Like, what is that man giving up to be with you, or what is he sacrificing to say, I want to put this aside or do this to show you that I care about you?
Nothing. I remember him texting me one day, and he was like, "I can be there for you physically. I can be there for you financially. Emotionally is not necessary, not a necessity." And I should have walked away then.
Should have, yes.
Definitely.
I should have walked away then.
Hey, but you were warned up front.
That's what I was about to say.
That's
That's what that he took the. That's what I was about to say.
You gotta
Because
respect that.
there go. Man, I was
no,
just about to say that. Go ahead, Noah.
no, I was just gonna say if she's a person that's big on emotions, and then a person comes to her and says, "I can give you sex and I can give you money," that automatically tell y'all that y'all not gonna be compatible for the future. So in that time frame right there, you should just automatically just either walk away physically or left mentally from that whole situation. But go ahead, Timo.
No, I was just about to say, yeah, that basically goes off of what I was saying earlier about, you know, seeing certain signs, but you still, go ahead and go further with the person and then just complain about it later on down the line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we can't, if we gotta just get with somebody that matches us.
I've learned, honey.
Yeah, nah, it definitely, it's definitely that's what people show. Learning your love language, finding somebody and different stuff. Because a lot of this kills a lot of these situationships. A lot of this stuff, if you go in knowing your worth, if you go in knowing what things you need in a relationship, then once a person shows you that they can't give you that, then you automatically stay with you're not the person I can be with. If I choose to stay with you for what you can offer, I choose to stay with you for what you can offer. But I already know in my mind that you cannot give me what I need in a relationship, so I don't need to keep pushing this forward.
Yeah.
But
it just seemed like when that time I just invested so much time. It's just like, why you feel like you can't give me that? But that was the old Pretti. So I'm healing from that. I'm learning from that. Just because somebody do nice things for you, it doesn't mean that you're special. It doesn't.
That's why people look at what the person does for them versus who they are.
Right.
Yeah, and then I also feel like depending, like I said earlier, that when you went from one relationship to the next, I feel like a situationship is similar to that. As in, like, since you left that relationship, you may be missing out or feel like you missed out on that you had before. As in consistent sex, a person to have your back, or just that person that you really feel like is in tune with you, that you have a built-in connection with. And so you go in and find that missing piece, another piece, and they only can give you that one piece, and then you just latch onto that one piece until you're able to find that person that you want to be with long term. But I do want to get Q's perspective on it, because I know she is in what she calls a sexuationship, and I want to get her thoughts of how that situation started, and like the future of that situation.
First, I want to truly apologize. My phone had died, so you guys definitely know my professionalism is way much better than this. So I do deeply, silly, from my heart, you guys know how I rock. And now, Noble, what was the question again?
No, I was just saying, I just wanted to get your perspective on, because I know you're in with the situation, and like I said, we're right now. Hey, when you go into a situation like that, like, how do you find that person that you want to have the situation with? Is it off of attraction? Is it off of you see something that person that will get you to a relationship? Like, how does a situationship like?
Well, with how mine basically happened was due to the fact that I already kind of sort of knew the person, so there was already attraction there. Me just knowing a little bit about the person, that also helped and elevated as well. Now, me being in my sexual situationship about for 15, 16 years, I see the elements that I would not want to see him as in a relationship. I would not want to be in a relationship with him. And I say that due to the fact that I see the elements that he's
I'm assuming her having a phone issue still. But yeah, I just wanted to get a little of that insight.
Man, that was getting good. 15-year
Yeah.
situation. Hey, I was glued. I was like, holy moly, tell what?
Yeah, she gonna have to let that charge for a little bit.
Yes.
Please
I'm
come
about to
back
say,
with
that car charger ain't strong enough.
Yeah, please come back with that. That was getting good. I ain't even gonna fake.
If she comes back on, we'll let her finish her thoughts on that. But I also want to get to, like I said, since you went from
What to do?
since we started off with, like I said, being single, being in a relationship, to after your relationship, to dealing with situationships before you get to your relationship. Let's say now we move into the point of, now that you have found that person that you want to settle down with and that you want to build with, you found that person that you are chemistry with, and y'all can see that person and y'all are together. How much of your past do you bring up in that situation? How much do you talk about the situations that you done dealt with in the past, your ex? Like, how much of that do you bring, if any, to your new partner and the person that you want to build a future with? I'll let Timor start that one off.
How about you start this one off?
Oh, for me?
Yeah, because only.
How long? You know, I like to get a short answer. Let me get.
Oh yeah, go ahead, start it off, but
yeah, ask the question one more time. No, yeah. If y'all gonna be long-winded, let me go first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What was the question one more time?
That's the person raised their hand in class. They forgot what.
Me. I ain't even ready. I'm not even ready.
I was just saying, moving from, like I said, being single to in a relationship, after your relationship, to dealing with situations. Now to the part of, you have found the person that you want to be with, and y'all compatible, build a future with that person. How much of your past, if any, do you bring up to your significant other now? That's dealing with your past trauma, or your exes that you had in the past. How much of your past do you discuss with your future partner?
Nothing.
and why you feel that? And why you feel like you shouldn't bring up any of your past situations with your future partner?
I mean, because when I'm bringing up why I'm bringing up the past to my future.
So you say, when you ask about, like, are you talking about y'all just through casual conversation, or are you just talking about like shit that remind like, if you bringing it up because you know shit reminds you certain shit that they're doing, or remind you of shit that you dealt with from your ex, versus like y'all having a casual conversation, and it might be a conversation. She might ask you a question like, "Have you cheated before?" And you might, give her an answer like, "Oh yes, yeah, I have. No, I haven't." You know what I'm saying? Versus I do something that, triggers her of what her ex did, and now she's acting some type of way because it's deja vu, and now she's, treating in the situation a certain type of way because now she think I'm probably on the same shit that he's on. So so when you say bringing certain shit up, nah, I'm not gonna be bringing shit up that I dealt with, from another chick, because that shit don't have nothing to do with it now,
And the past should be behind you. The past
pretty
should be behind you.
Crazy. What's your thoughts on that?
I have learned with dating, did not show my hand all the way at first. For me I will tell a man, this is what I don't like. This is what triggers me. But as far as bringing up what my ex did or what we had going on, I learned that that's a trigger for most people, like that you're not over it, you're not healed. And I can say this now, I'm 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I've been on a few dates where the conversation is getting good, and some men are openly up to talking about their situations, but in the back of my mind, because I know how it go, I feel like, okay, you're not over this because you keep bringing this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't show my hand like I used to. I don't tell them, I try not to tell them, you know, what triggers me or what happened or who did this and who that, because at the end of the day, we know do's and the don'ts when it comes to dating and being in a relationship. We know the do's and the don'ts when we're trying to get to know each
That
other.
depends on who you're in a relationship with.
So I don't show my hand no more. Like, I feel like if you want me, you want to pursue me, you know the steps of taking that. I'm not saying that men should read my mind, but if you, like I said, the last guy, he didn't make time for me. I mean, he didn't have enough time for me. And that's the thing, that's a big thing for me. I need time. I need attention. I need affection. I need consistency. I need reassurance, because I'm gonna give you that as well. And if you're not giving that to me, then I'm gonna fall back. So now it's just like, I just take in what I get, and if I see it's not for me, I just move on. I just move away slowly.
Man, I agree with
No, you in and out, baby.
Yeah, you in and out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just saying, I agree with Qimmah's statement. Crazy statement. Feel like the past, that's still when you go into the healing. Once you get into a new situation, then you just need to focus on that situation there. You don't need to be bringing up your old situation going on. Like I said, the only thing I would say is, just like I said, it can just be a conversation of where I've been and where I'm at now. If it's a victory story, you tell them, you know, I was here, now I'm here. You got this person. But outside of going into depth and explaining your back and forth with your ex and all that different stuff, and like I said, it's over and done with. You're supposed to deal with that in your healing process. Now moving forward, you're trying to build something better with the person that you see you want to spend the rest of your life. I'm gonna get Q to jump in and give her opinion. Do you feel like bringing up your past, either past traumas or past with your ex in your future and current relationship? Do you feel like that's important, or you feel like you should just leave it in the past?
You definitely should leave it blank. I don't think there's no need for it. It probably be important to you. So if it's important to you, then that's something meaning that you should not be or ready to go into another relationship. That means that you still need to work out some things. Because at the same time, what's the point of you bringing up your past or previous relationship into a new relationship? And like, I agree with Pretty Crazy said in regards to, like, certain women who know themselves and had took time to acknowledge themselves. They know what's their triggers. They know what, things that what upsets them. They know things that, I'm saying, that just do different things in emotional play with them in regards of when it comes to that. And again, some men would end up basically running away, but like, oh my God, this is not it. Oh, she still got issues. Like, oh no, she's not about to bring that to me.
Right.
So I don't think that is for necessary. Now, if you're still hovering, you still got issues, you still got things going on, then guess what? Work out them issues, and it's okay to take your time. It's okay to take your time, and in regards to you taking your time, work out what it is that you need to work out. Who say that any type of healing has a stamp of a time limit? It doesn't. Just as grief doesn't have a time limit, healing doesn't have a time limit. So if that's the case, then you just need to be able to end up having yourself to take your time, so you won't have those emotional baggage that you bring into a new relationship. Because the same way as you want a man or woman, whoever you are, to come in with the same baggage, why would you want to invite him into that same, world of head of yours as well, if you're not healed or focused or ready in that stable mentality or mindset to be able to get put into another relationship?
And can you also elaborate on the proper ways to feel that a person can heal in a relationship, or after a relationship is over, before they get into their new situation?
Absolutely. Because listen, I've been in times before, and I can admit that. As I would say, for one, you do some self-evaluation. You going to do how grief have levels and stages, healing of breakup have level and stages. You go through them, but don't sit in them. You know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to be able to cry, be able to moan, be able to do what it is that you need to do, but in a healthy way. If you need someone that you can find, you need to be able to trust and to talk to, and with no judgment, and without trying to input their opinion so much, confide into someone. And I always say a counselor or therapist is absolutely the best benefit of anything. Not only that, but do some self-care, some self-love, some self-affirmation, some self-motivation. Do some, like, get to know who you are now after you just came out of this relationship. Who are you? Because you just been in a relationship, you just coming out of relationship, you're not the same person with the same mindset you just came from out of that relationship. Because remember, every relationship, family ship, friendship, it puts a stamp on you. So if that's the case, then you need to be able to end up finding out who are you now new, and then finding out what it is that you stand for, what it is that you will accept, what is it you won't accept. You have to now start putting some pros and cons in regards to what it is. Don't put your standards too high to the fact it's so high to the moon, but be realistic about it. You know what I'm saying? But also, when you put in standards, also put down a list of the compromise you're willing to compromise. Remember, we all not perfect. So if that's the case, you're not going to get in because you're not a perfect woman, and vice versa. So just make sure you be realistic about those things, but make sure you focus on yourself. And then and there's a lack of in our community, we don't read. What happened to reading? Reading is fundamental. You know what I'm saying? The muscle is a brain. Let's get in there to be able to read in regards of steady just sitting and looking at Instagram and Facebook and reading everything on our phone. Let's really sit with ourselves, sit in ourselves, and be able to read the different things that we need to pour into ourselves.
That's right. And that's why I'm at now, Q. Like I go to therapy. When I have my thoughts, when I'm in my moments, I write shit down. And one of the questions I ask myself is, when I get in a relationship and something happens and go left, why is it so hard for me to detach myself? You know, that's the issue with me. I'm a daddy's girl. I'm the only girl on my daddy's side, so I'm very spoiled. And I feel like I have abandonment issues and rejection issues. So when something is not going my way, I freak out. And I noticed that now that I'm sitting on my hands and I'm single, I noticed that about me. Jordan, everybody, I said my government.
It happens.
That's straight talking. Go ahead.
Pretty. Everybody's not going to love the way you love. Pretty, everybody's not going to see things the way you see things. Everybody's not going to do the things that you normally do. Sometimes put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You know what I'm saying? See how they see how they brought up. You know what I'm saying? And it's a cycle because it's like, okay, I can do that. But it's like I'm still draining myself because even though they don't love the way I love or see things how I see, I'm trying to make them see that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, now that I'm, single and I'm really single, it's like you really have to get to know someone and you really have to set boundaries. I remember you saying something about when you're doing this and doing that, now that you're in a relationship, now you want to set boundaries. You got to set boundaries up front. This is what it is and this is what it ain't going to be. And I can admit, I can take accountability for that. I've never done that. When it's getting serious, that's when I do want to set boundaries. Okay, we've been having fun, we've been doing this, now we're in a relationship, this is what you're not gonna do. And men, they simple, like, well, we were straight before, like, what's the problem? So you have to be upfront at first. So it won't nobody get hurt and it won't cause no kind of confusion.
And then also into that too, and I had a conversation about this before about when you're looking for that person to have that relationship with, you have to actually take that time out to have a mindset of I want to be in a relationship. as in you have to put yourself in the mindset of I'm gonna carry myself like I'm already in a relationship now. So if it's different things going on in your life that you feel like this wouldn't be good for me if I was in a relationship, it's best for you to go ahead and get rid of those now. So when it's so when the time comes that you find that person that you want to be with, then you can say, I've already been preparing for this a year, 2 years ago. So when that person comes, I'm ready. All you gotta do is step in, and we're gonna work together. We're gonna build for the future.
Right.
But a lot of people feel like they can just they can just do what they want to do and have all these things around, and then when that person comes, they can just cut it off right then, and then everything's gonna be good. But then a lot of that stuff lingers over into the relationship, and that affects it. So if you deal with it before you find that person, you prepare yourself like I'm in a relationship now, then a lot of that stuff, when it's time to be a relationship, it's already taken care of, and you can move forward.
Right.
Yeah, that's facts, Noah. Hey, and the crazy part is like with us doing this, it helps us, with having uncomfortable conversation, and that's one of the things that people don't really get ready for when they're in a relationship is the uncomfortable conversation that you're gonna have to have. You know what I'm saying? They just quick to say, "Oh, I don't gotta explain myself to you." You know what I'm saying? So then when they really do go further with that person, you know what I'm saying? Then it's time to have some of the conversations. They can't do it. They can't talk about certain shit because you know what I'm saying. But you can get yourself, what I'm saying, ready, for that because, like you said, preparing yourself, for the relationship before you even get into the relationship. So certain shit would just be natural to you.
And I will also say this as well, because just to piggyback this a little bit, I said because it brought something in my spirit. Is the fact is that us doing this, it does have us looking at in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not perfect who have these platforms. We've been through the process. Some of us have, some of us probably still going through it. Some of them probably that's not as of yet. So in regards of that, I feel like I'm sorry. I work on myself. If I work on myself, I'm not going to want anyone too close to me who is not willing to do the work on themselves. Because that lets me know that you ain't there yet. And I can't hold the load for me and you. So it's okay, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to sit there and say no. And be able to sit there and revisit that situation with that person at another time. Because sometimes the time may not be right. And that's a problem with us as women and even men, that we feel like if we don't grab it right now, we're going to miss the bus.
That's true.
The bus comes every 15 minutes. And baby, trust and believe you're going to get another one and many more after that bus, that you may have to let the bus go by and let it go past, and you continue to stand at your bus stop and work on yourself and do what you need to do for yourself. And I feel like, ladies and gentlemen, we just need to realize, stop rushing things, trust the process, do what you need to do for yourself so you could be a better version of you, who could be a better version for the other person. But stop taking on damage people thinking you Bob the Builder.
That is true, girl. I drink that because, baby, I be rushing if it. I want to take it now. We doing it now, and I learned you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why
I agree.
That's why I was going to ask you, Pretty Crazy. I feel like a lot of women rush into situations because they feel like they don't know when their next going to occur.
That is true. I feel like the dating pond, it's just so much competition. I look at it as just a competition because it's like everybody is coming for something. And I feel like if we like each other, we know each other, we're getting to know each other, why not go ahead and make it what it was? And, the last situationship I was in, he wasn't like that. In respects to him, he moved accordingly. I don't want, I take my time. That's what he said. Me, I was trying to rush some shit. I could take accountability of it. I will force some shit. I don't know if I will force, but I want it in and now. I want a hot and ready motherfucking relationship. You like me, I like you, let's do it. And now that I'm learning from that, you cannot do it. Even though I was dealing with this situationship for a year and a half, recently, You know, he told me this is who I am, this is how I am, this is what I'm gonna be, you can take it or leave it. And it took me a year and a half to be like, you know what, this ain't it. I will fucking kill myself trying to make you think I'm the one for you when really you're not the one for me. And it's all, I think I seen a comment saying that you do have to be friends with someone before you really have a relationship. And you do. It takes time. It really does take time to get to know somebody. You really do.
And that's the problem right there. Also, we have is you see the key word what you just said. The man told you who he was, but we don't believe him when a person tells them who they are. An old wise one told me when a person tell you who they are, or they show you who they are, you best to believe it. Because then if anything after that, it's now that's on you. It's your fault.
Right. So, y'all ain't finna make me upset.
Like we just, there's no need to be upset. Everything is a learning process.
It's a learning process.
At the end of the day, we got to understand that, you know, you're gonna come across more people that's not the one than the person that actually is for you. You know, you ain't gonna, that person that you want ain't just gonna come across like that. You know what I'm saying? You go, but then the only thing we gotta learn is when we come across the person that don't match, just move along. That's what dating is.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Instead of just, you know, like you're saying, just trying to just see the potential and then just keep it going when it ain't really no potential.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like I said, T, the potential. I fell in love with the idea. I wasn't in love with the person. I fell in love with the idea of who he could be, who I wanted him to be, who I thought I could make him to be. I wasn't in love with who he was, and I didn't accept it. And now,
and listen, Pretty Crazy, you're not the last one. I mean, you're not the first. Ain't gonna be the last woman. That's why as women, we get our hearts broken because we fall in love with the idea of what we could be, what he could become, or the expectation of, you know, we go into it. And trust and believe, this is your healing process. You're healing with us. You're healing with us. So everything, the conversations that you're having with us, even though it's all love podcast, the amazing conversation that we're having, you are healing in this process.
Yeah, that's fact. I was gonna say that earlier when everybody was talking. I was about to say you talking out your situations and talking with other people is a form of healing too.
Yeah, I appreciate
now you get different opinions and
you know, definitely
different things that somebody might say that might you know what I'm saying, that might make sense to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, it's a safe place.
Really, going in and out.
It's all love. It just is. You can't hear me?
Say something.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead.
I'm scared to say yeah.
Hold up. Can y'all still hear me? I'm good?
Yeah, you good. You good. Go ahead.
I was just saying, it's all love podcast. It's a safe place where people can come and have conversations and vent and really figure out what's the situation in love and dating. And in that time, you're able to heal and learn different stuff about yourself in the process, to where you can add that to your everyday dating lifestyle. Like I said, it's nothing really to get down about. It's just like it's all process. And like I said, with a panel of great people to have a conversation with, we can all pull and learn from each other to uplift each other.
Right.
I want to answer this though, ladies, because I asked this question earlier in the week. I want to know what y'all think about it. Like, so when do y'all really feel like dating was really better? Because I see people always try and, you know, blame dating on this generation, and I'm like, so you trying to say that? I mean, like, when was really dating better? Because we wasn't there to see it. So it was better when our grandfathers was having second wives and shit and second families.
I feel like now that this generation of women, we have a lot of power now. We got our careers, we're focused on us, we got our kids, we got our job, we got our money. Back then when our grandparents was married and dating, the women really didn't have a say so, really didn't have nowhere to go, and it was always this saying, as long as he paying the bills and taking care of the kids, I don't care. This generation not going for that.
Yeah, and then you gotta remember, like even Pretty Crazy said, they didn't have many options. Women didn't have an education. So in regards of that, and then you gotta remember what they was taught from their parents. So regards, as long as he's taking care of the household, he's been able to bring the money home to put food on the table. The kids got clothes, and that I'm good as well. And he's going out there to break his back to bring home the money so the roof could stay over our head. That's really it. So you got to realize the generation is completely different than it is now from back in the 1970s and 1960s to this about 2022. A lot of women, I do want to say this, a lot of women, yes, we do have more options, but also don't walk in that thinking that you don't want or need a man, because we was not created to be alone. So be careful with that. Is a certain limitations about being independent, because baby, you want a companionship, you want a partner, you want somebody to go all with. You want somebody that if you do get sick, that someone could be able to take. Because the kids gonna go out the house and they're gonna get married themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you will make sure you want to have that husband or that wife. So let's be realistic. Even though it's 2022, let's still be realistic about it.
That's true. There were many women back 15, 20 years ago. I agree with that. Now I don't know what I could say. It's different, man. Women got they things, they whole trend with I want a man with money. I feel like men got they trend like I want a bad bitch. I want a bitch with a flat stomach and all this shit. It's so different now. Like I say, it feel like it's a competition with everybody when it comes to dating.
Yeah.
It wasn't a competition back in the day. I can say men really felt like this woman is gonna have my back. But now men is just really focused on who look good beside me. You know what I'm saying? And then women is like, who can take care of me now? So it's different.
No, I mean, I feel like it could have been competition back in the day, but I just feel like that stuff wasn't in your face. I feel like back in the day, a women was more dependent on men, as in a lot of women didn't have jobs. They stayed at the house, they took care of the kids, and stuff like that. So when it comes to a woman, another man, she would have the man in her everyday life. So if she wasn't going to work, she would have to go either, like they used to say back in the day, she would sleep with the mailman or sleep with, or might go to the grocery store. It wasn't that easy for her to access that much attention. But nowadays, like I said, women have a lot of options, and just as men, they have a lot of options dealing with social media. So that's where the competition comes in. At it's just that you can find another person just like that. Got social media, dating apps, and all different stuff. So now people just like, nah, I can go anywhere. I can go outside and meet people. I can stay at home and meet people. Wherever I'm at, I can still interact with other people and find somebody better. So it is a little bit tougher in that sense.
Yeah. That's why I don't know, shit. I'm scared.
I mean, like I said, it just all comes down to like I said, and the analogy that Q used about the bus stop thing. You can't just hop on the first person. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of people that you have to deal with. That's gonna come into your life from your past. But the key is, like I said, once you learn about yourself and learn what you do in your life and learn your love languages and all them other things, that it's easy to detect that you're not perfect, and that you don't have that person wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, lady, that comes to the end of the show. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I was about to say you was going in and out, but yeah. But we hear you now.
I don't know why I got so much issues with that. I never had these. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you just be going out when you know go full
Yeah,
throttle.
it's like I don't know, we just didn't, we ain't really get a chance to do the mic checks, but
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
go
Like,
ahead.
it's going in and out. It's just going in and out.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you
it's
good?
like we can hear every other word.
No, I was just about to close the show out.
Oh
We
yeah, but yeah, no, we definitely appreciate you ladies coming on. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely been another good show. You know what I'm saying? Both of you were wonderful. You know, y'all can go ahead and give the audience y'all know social platforms so they can follow y'all. Let them know any updates on y'all got coming up for y'all podcast.
Yeah, let me just go really first, you guys, because I got an event that I'm going to right now, and my peoples are really pissed. They're kind of upset. But anyway, so listen, you could be able to follow Crimea, aka Q Queen or Quad, at Pillow Talk with the T every Thursdays night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have uncomfortable conversations, straight, raw, unguarded, candid, and listen, the old-fashioned table talk at your grandma table. So if you about that healing, you're about that real, you're about sweeping that the bullshit from underneath the rug, please tune in to Pillow Talk with the T at 9 Eastern Standard Time at Instagram. I love you guys. Appreciate you, Kings, for having me on. I salute you guys for the work that you continue to do and keep being who you are. Love you guys. And Pretty Crazy, continue to be the queen who you are, baby girl. I continue to be tuning into you as well, and everybody else who I follow and support as well. Support is free, people. So listen, let's do it.
Right.
All right, appreciate you, Q.
Thank
All
you.
right, love you guys. Have
Love
a great weekend.
you too.
You too.
Later.
All right. Pretty Crazy. You can follow me on Pretty Crazy 2020 on IG. I'm on all platforms right now. Season 2 has begun, but I'm on some Kanye West shit, so it'll get there. Just hold out, okay? Actually, me and Q have an episode coming out next week, next Friday. So I will be with her, and we will be discussing sex and how to separate putting the feelings involved with sex and how not to put feelings involved when it comes to sex. But you can find me on Spotify, iHeart, Apple, Google, all that. You can listen to season 1. Season 2 is in full effect, but we're just waiting until we get everything out, and then we're gonna push it through. But I appreciate you guys inviting me tonight. This was a really good show. I enjoyed it, and I look forward to being on here again. Thank you.
Right, we enjoyed having you.
Thank you.
Definitely having me.
No problem.
Definitely enjoyed having you.
Y'all take care.
Yeah.
You have a good one.
All right.
Hey, BUTTA, go ahead and oh well.
But yeah, no, I was about to say real quick. Y'all already know, y'all. Anybody who's still tuning in, you know what I'm saying, y'all can go ahead and tune in. You know, we're gonna do an after party on my IG live. Y'all already know. If y'all don't follow me, y'all can follow me at off the top _media. My name's right there. You know, I'm gonna keep posting content for y'all. We're gonna go live. You know what I'm saying? And give y'all, you know, another lit show for y'all on my IG live. So if y'all just tuning in, and y'all ain't really get to see too much of this, go ahead and tune in over there.
Yeah, and
You let them know, Timo. Probably it'll be 11:30, right?
Yeah, most likely, yeah. Probably, yeah. We're gonna be on probably about 11:30.
Yeah, because it's 11:58. I mean 10:58 now.
yeah, yeah, it's
We're going fun and out.
rough day. It's been a rough day. Just follow me at Noble _Noah, and like I said, it was another lit Saturday show. Tune back in next week for our next episode.
Yeah, y'all can follow me at I Smell Smoke at I Smell Smoke podcast and at Molly B. It's All Love. You know what I'm saying, man? It's been another good show, man. We thank y'all. We want y'all to like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You like the content, subscribe and share it to somebody, man. Let people know about the show, man. We try to keep bringing y'all new guests and try to keep on bringing that fire for y'all. You know what I'm with that being said, man, it's been another great episode of It's All Love. Man, somebody get somebody a hug. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you already know, man. You know, we're gonna keep this shit rolling for y'all, man.
Man, we was asking, man, y'all meet us over there that after show, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, we gonna be lit, man. You know, man, meet us over there that after show. Come on, IG, man, off the top. Stop playing. Come on, man.
You already know.
Yeah, your car work, you got gas, pull up. All right,
But yeah, we definitely got gas.
Yeah. It's all love, people.